I have been avoiding this, but it must be done. There are so many scenes and so many things to look at in the trailer, so this video is going to be very long, and even then, it isn't going to cover everything we saw in the trailer. So I'll just rudimentally look into all the important scenes and place them onto the map if you know where they are. Let's get to it. My name is Sauko, and I'm part of the GTA 6 mapping community. I play a part in making Dubso's community map, which is the most common map you have probably seen about GTA 6. And as a disclaimer, I haven't made this map, or even designed it. It's a group effort of hundreds of people, and Dubso is the one who collects all the info and illustrates it on the map. So when I say we in this video, I mean everyone in the mapping community. And when I say I mean myself. And another disclaimer, I really haven't dived deep into trailer 2 yet, so my knowledge of it, to say the least, is lacking. But I'll do my best. Let's start with the opening. We begin with this beautiful shot of the keys. On the foreground, we can see a key that is a combination of several in real life keys, of which the most significant one is key Largo. One thing that instantly stands out in this scene is this cement microwave tower. And this is what the tower looks in real life. And for example, this house in the front has been identified to be 500 Pompano Drive, which also is on Key Largo. And right now, you can buy it on Zillow for just under 10 million. Which is quite a bargain to be in GTA 6. There are so many buildings in many of these shots, so I can't go through all of them, but maybe another time. Then on the foreground we can see the blimp, which we also saw in trailer 1. And even further back, we can see the Key West Naval Air Station. This is the air traffic control tower, and this is one of the buildings for the base. Rockstar seems to have kept the Key West itself hidden. It should be just right off this shot. And conveniently, it's not visible. So they are still hiding stuff from us on purpose. And the camera for the scene itself is somewhere around here. The house in the second scene seems to be imaginary, which is odd for Rockstar, as we have been looking for it tirelessly for over 2 years now, since it was in the leaks. And even now, when we have better shots of the building, no one can still find it. It makes sense for the building to be fake, as it seems to be the first safe house we have, and it's a key location in the game. So Rockstar wants to avoid harassment towards the owners of the house, so they just made up a house. Scenes like this in which we see nothing, like when we are inside, or the camera is just looking at the ground, I'm just gonna skip them to save time, as interiors are more often than not fake.
We're just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
That's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
At this point, only few days after the trailer came out, we really haven't identified most of the residential buildings or houses. So only thing I can say about this house is that the house on the left is this one in real life, and it's actually located on Marathon Key instead of Key Largo. And we know that because it was visible in the leaks and we have had time to look at it. But the ones on the back we are yet to identify, because again, it takes time. And in the game, both this house and Jason's house are located here on the map. And we have accurate coordinates for them because they were in the leaks. And these again are houses that we are yet to identify, but they probably exist somewhere in real life. And this door too, we haven't identified it. We are not doing our job well. But that building in the background, that might be findable. And in game, it's probably somewhere on this key, and somewhere within this image. But then we get to an interesting scene, as we enter into Vice City. On the right, we can see the Park Grove condos. This one is Infinity at Brickell, and this one is the Stephen P. Clark Government Center. This location is pretty easy to sort out, as Rick, who is one of the members of the mapping community, has successfully triangulated the location of these high-rises, even before trailer 2 came out, and the scene itself lands somewhere around here. Another cool thing about this scene is the highway signs, as all highway signs seem to be accurate in-game. I'm not sure what this interchange looks like, but if you keep going straight, you'll keep driving along the I-97, which is an in-game version of the I-95. And if you take a left, you will end at the airport, and if you keep going past the airport, eventually you will end up somewhere close to Ambrosia. So you would follow this road up to end up in Ambrosia. You guys know how the US interstate system works. This scene takes place at Muscle Beach in South Beach, and the buildings on the background are Park Central, the Gabriel, Beacon Hotel, CVS, Colony Hotel and Starlight Hotel. These are currently in wrong order on the Dubsos map, as they were in different order in the original artwork of GTA 6, so those need to be changed. Additionally, we can see the apogee condos on the background, so these observations place this scene here on the map. And this statue on the right seems to be Rockstar's version of this statue at the beach. And the statue was brought in after 2017, so they have added things after the original scouting window, which was from 2014 to 2015. So don't worry, the game is not going to look completely like it's from 2015, from when they started making the game. I love the fact that Jason's Picador has a new fender on a completely rustic car. It just looks so good, and no idea where this scene takes place. This scene takes place in Little Haiti or La Perle in game. We are yet to identify this building itself, but this artwork is from this building. We also saw these metal rails in one of the screenshots, and you can see the same pole here and here. Additionally, this place was next to a lake, so we know its accurate location on the map. And it's here, looking south. And on the background we can see buildings from Brickell. This is the same prison we saw in the opening scene of trailer 1. We can see the main building of the prison, which is based on the Everglades prison, as it has the same butterfly design. But this electric pole or whatever is same as this one. So it's the same prison. And the prison itself is a combination of several different prisons. And the scene takes place somewhere around here. We are not sure about this prison's location. Now that I look at this area, after we have trailer 2 and the screenshots, I can clearly see that our prison is far too north, and so is the Turkey Point power plant, so they both need to be moved south. Jiggle. This is a mapping video. This robbery appears to take place in the Sundared Bank building, next to the Four Seasons Miami. This is implied by this short clip provided by Rockstar on their website. As we can see Jason and Lucia wearing the same clothes, and they are outside the bank building. All of these bar scenes take place at the Caribbean Club at Key Largo, and the bar is located somewhere around here by the coast, and this view is up to the north. This Brian's Marina hangar is the same one as we see in the opening shot of the trailer. So in game it's located around here. There are so many of these marinas at the keys, so we don't know which one it's yet. This scene with the woman doing community service is interesting because of the badge of the police officer. If we take a closer look, we can notice that the badge looks like one of a Key West police officer. So this scene might actually take place in Key West, or it might take place on the other keys and Rockstar just uses the Key West police on all of the keys. But it seems like this is our first actual piece of truth of Key West. Again, these scenes take place in the Caribbean Club Key Largo. Then, one of my favorite clips, as we can see Northern Vice Beach on the background. Hell yeah! And we see hell a lot of it. Rockstar hiding it on purpose, holy hell. Show us Northern Vice, please. So the boat is in the water somewhere around here. This blue thing here is the 79th Street drawbridge. This is a building from the Mount Sinai Medical Center. This is the Akoya. And this is the Ritz-Carlton Bal Harbour. And all the way to the left here, we can see a part of a building which I cannot get my head around. As we see the exact same bit of the building in the leaks. So the same corner and the same small tower coming out of the east side of the building. It's like Rockstar is doing this on purpose to fucking haunt me. The optimistic theory is that this is the Sailboat K condos from the Waning Sands clip. But we cannot be sure because we only see a little bit of the building. And in this take we see the 1000 Venetian Way and some homes at the Venetian Islands. This scene takes place in Port Gellhorn because of the Delights billboard. We also saw a similar billboard in the leaks and the screenshots, but not the same one. This scene takes place at the Flamingo Visitor Center in the Everglades. The roof design is very recognizable, and there's even an American flag there. They just have added the letters into the game, even though they aren't there in real life. This amazing discovery was made by Space Volcano, who has been really at work with mapping now that trailer 2 came. And the scene could take place somewhere around here, but we still don't know. This scene takes place at the front of the 919 club, for which we saw a banner flown from a plane in trailer 1, but we don't know where the club is. This scene takes place at the Ventura apartments in Rockridge, as we saw this part of the building in the leaks, in the video where Lucia is in a shootout with the cops. So it's here. This scene takes place at Ocean Drive, as we can see the Broadwalk Hotel. So it's here and we are driving towards south. We still don't know where this scene takes place, but it's facing northwest-ish, as we can see one of the mountains in the background. This, I think, maintenance building is located next to the school board station in Miami. So this scene could take place in the downtown, but it doesn't look like it because there isn't too many buildings around it. So it might take place west or north in relation to the stadium. This scene takes place at the Starlet Hotel from the leaks. We can also see the Alpha gas station from the leaks, which is also the same one as this one from trailer 1. So it's located here on the map. This scene takes place south of this interchange, as we can see these buildings on the left and right, which are already mapped on the map. Additionally, there are some highway signs, of which the most important one is this one. It's very blurry, but if you look very closely, you can see that it says Venetian Sands and Leonard County. So this further proves our suspicion that Venetian Sands and Leonard County are north of Vice City, even though it was basically confirmed, but this is some additional proof. This scene takes place somewhere around here, as we can see the Ferris wheel in the background, which we saw in the screenshots. In this scene, we can see parts of Brickell, parts of Brickell Key, and the Brickell Avenue drawbridge. So we are flying above the city somewhere around here. This Fast and Furious 5-like scene is yet to be located, but I think it might be on the Venetian Islands, as the houses on the background seem kind of upscale, and there's good hedges there. This scene takes place at Ocean Drive here. And this is the Ocean View Hotel, which is here in the game. This scene takes place at the strip club we saw in the leaks. Instead of the banner saying "Make it rain Mondays", it says "Sinful Sunday". So it's Sunday and not Monday. Or it might be I don't know. They party overnight. I don't care if they switch it at midnight or fucking not. So yes, it's here on the map, and we do have accurate coordinates for it. This scene is still a bit open, but I think it's the same house Jason is fixing the roof of in the start of the trailer, and they repair it over the story, but I'm not sure about that. This scene takes place at the Everglades, and there's a bridge, so it might be west of the prison. But again, we don't know where the prison is accurately, so somewhere around this area, in between Homestead and Cedar Key, which in-game is Watson Bay, and that's only my assumption, not sure about that. This scene is cool because we can see Northern Vice Beach again. We can see all the normal tall buildings like Ritz-Carlton, Bal Harbour, Jade Ocean condos, Akoya, the Diamonds, you know the stuff. But the lower we go, the better it gets. First thing that struck my mind is 401 Blue, which I discovered back in not 23, but early 2024. We hadn't had an accurate location for it because we only saw it from one angle in trailer 1, so we haven't been able to triangulate it. But now that we have another angle for it, we could be able to do it. However, it seems like it has moved since trailer 1. In my eyes, it has moved a bit up north, but I'm not sure about this. That's something we have to work on. Additionally, I finally got confirmation for one of the buildings that has been bugging me since I joined the mapping server, because it was visible in the underground leaks, but I wasn't able to completely identify it. However, now we can. This building is the Granite Condo, which in real life is on Bay Harbor. And in the leaks we can see these buildings next to it, so they get placed around here. Finally I can stop worrying about these. And it seems that this island in between the main beach line and the hospital seems to be a combination of several areas in northern Miami Beach. Then something that slightly worries me. There are billboards on Vice Beach, which there are none in Miami Beach in real life. But that's just weird. I don't like it. The right part of the map is a pretty well mapped part of Vice Beach, so I'm just skip that. These two buildings, the Senator Law Center and the Miami Beach mural and the building that it's on, were actually my first discoveries on the mapping server. So a little fun fact, and might be the reason why I'm so excited about this scene. This bridge is this one in game, and these are the Venetian Islands again. And all the way to the left at the end of the clip we can see the Flagler monument. So it places the scene about here, looking towards north. This scene takes place in downtown Miami, and they are facing towards the west on the port bridge, so here. There are several new buildings on this scene, especially on the right side of the screen. Then we jump back to Port Gellhorn. This chase scene, I actually have accurately found its location. This pylon on the left can be seen several shots in Port Gellhorn. It can be seen south of the Hanky Waffles leak and north of the gas station leaks. It can also be seen the clip after this clip, and it places it somewhere around here. But you might wonder, isn't the Springfield Community Church there? It actually isn't, as we have falsely identified these buildings to be the church. But now that we have the trailer one in full quality, we can see that it's actually storefronts instead of being a church. So this places a church more north, which leaves us more space for the crossroads. These buildings are yet to be identified, but I think we will find them soon. And with this location, all the traffic signs make sense too, because when we turn left, the I-404 eventually turns to the east, and when we turn to the right, the I-404 probably turns to the left eventually, so towards the west. And when we take a turn around here towards north, we will end up at the Trapper Island. And of course, Visedale County is going to be Vice City County, and Mariana County is the county where Key West is and the Everglades, so that sign makes sense too. Additionally, one fun fact that I noticed is that this Panama City logo resembles this logo. It's just that it's a motorboat instead of a sailboat. And it's a welcome to Port Gellhorn sign, so I guess this motel technically isn't in Port Gellhorn, even though it's included in the Port Gellhorn screenshots provided by Rockstar in their website. Or it's just like town limits and city limits, I don't fucking know. But yeah, this scene takes place after the one we just saw, because the car that is chasing them is the same, and Jason's bike is the same. This scene takes place here, and they are driving south, as we can see the Pocamar Bridge on the background. The Pocamar Bridge is actually slightly too much west on the map than it actually is on the game, so that needs to be changed. And this building can be seen in the leaks from above, and it's this building in real life, so we can accurately place the scene here. Additionally, on the right here, we can see some elevation change, and this is the pylon I was talking about. And these are the two radio or cell towers seen in trailer 1. And finally, this scene takes place here on the Venetian Islands, and on the background we can see the Vice City skyline. This video is shorter than I thought it would be, but this is only a very basic look into the trailer. So thank you for watching. Please like and comment and interact with the video, as then the video will be shown to more people. And of course, remember to subscribe if you want to see map updates and these kind of analysis videos. Thank you for watching.